It's October, so that means I have to do something Halloween themed, right? So I downloaded the Minecraft Console Edition Halloween map. And this thing's 10 years old now. Like, I was 9 years old when this came out. And so was this guy. I don't know who he is, but he's number 2 on famous birthdays when you look up 19-year-olds. Now, my original idea was to sort of do like a survive 100 days in this Halloween map kind of thing. But then I was like, wait a minute. It's already October. So if I spend 100 days doing this, it'll be pretty much 2026 by the time I'm done. So I'm pretty much just playing to survive now and to explore and to just enjoy this classic world just to celebrate Halloween kinda. I started off by applying the texture pack that came with this world just so that then it would actually look right and not look all weird. I then loaded up the world and just started looking around just for any loot that I could grab or anything useful. I also stole this crafting table, but hey, it was there to be taken. Also, my skin is missing all of the color. Anyways, I went outside to explore, and the first house that I came across legitimately jump scared me. After going through about 3 or 4 houses, I realized none of these houses actually have any loot in them for me. They're just here to look pretty. Which is fine, but I was hoping to get something out of looking through all these houses. A couple minutes later, I found a pig pen, and the pigs also were missing all of their textures. So it was around here where I figured I must have done something wrong with the texture pack. So I looked at it again, and it turns out I was playing in the wrong version. So I fixed that real quick. And just like that, we're back to having pink pigs, and my skin actually has color. I came across this house, which just had a golden apple just up on a sign. So I grabbed that. I also spotted this giant building in the background, which was pretty cool. This is foreshadowing. Once I was satisfied with how much I looked through the village, I went over to the carnival part of this map, which is really cool because it actually has functional mini games. And then there was this game, which just seems like all the other ones, but this one actually had prizes. So I stuck around the side and hit the button just to see what I would get. And then I was like, wait, I'm in survival mode. This fence has nothing on me. So I just mined straight through it to just go and grab all the prizes. And then the prizes turned out to be stacks of apples and 9 diamonds, which I ended up completely forgetting about. There's a TNT launcher right here, and I knew that I had to try it. But it didn't work. So I went to ride this roller coaster, which was right behind it. This was a lot of fun, and I remember riding this roller coaster when I was younger, playing on this map on my Xbox, and it was a lot of fun. I also peeped out this mansion over here. I'll probably go explore that at some point. That one was pretty cool, but I decided that I wanted to go try out the big one. So I made my way over to the big roller coaster. Now, something must have broken between transferring it from Xbox to PC because I got stuck on this carpet, and when I tried to fix it, my minecart zoomed away. So I was just stuck on foot to walk the rest of this track. But after a little bit of running, I made my way back to another train station thing, and I went ahead and climbed up all these stairs. Once I got to the top, I was greeted by my first mob, a zombie, and I took care of him with my wooden pickaxe. And then after what happened with that zombie, I went outside and looked out, and boom, that giant castle from before. Remember the foreshadowing? But instead of just running straight into that giant castle, I decided I'd get some resources first. So I jumped down a ravine, got some coal, got a little bit of iron, and just didn't even smelt it. It just sat in my inventory until pretty much the end of this recording. But I finally made it over to the castle, and I made my way up through this convenient waterfall. The door guy wasn't too happy to see me, but I took care of him. But then I went around to the front door and I found the actual doorman who was happy to see me. Kinda. I spent so long running through this castle that I'm gonna put it in like times 10 speed and then just put the notable stuff at normal speed and talk through it. Because I spent so long here, like an hour just running through this one building. It's actually crazy. In this closet I found a lever, which didn't seem to really do anything at first, until I started finding more, which did do stuff. And I had no idea what they did. So I started digging into the wall, because it's Minecraft, and I can do whatever I want. And it turned out that all of that did was open up the fireplace. Also, the music was really loud and annoying. Anyways, I went down the fireplace and found Dracula's bedroom. I also might have accidentally slept in his bed, so just don't tell him. Anyway, I took care of the pigs that were there and headed back upstairs. Once I was back up here, I really just started exploring the rest of the building. So yeah, I'll just speed this all up to make this quicker. And then I found this giant organ where I did my best interpretation of Kanye West's Runaway. And then I just did more wandering around, like usual. And going through all of this, there was one point where I passed through the same hallways like 3 or 4 times, and I didn't even realize because it was so big. But yeah, this is at 20 times speed. It took me so long. But yeah, I just wanted to get to the top, so I broke through a window and just pillared up because it's Minecraft and I can do whatever I want. After quite a bit of more walking on this new floor that we found, I finally found the topmost room, and it had a giant telescope in it and a diamond block in the wall. Right here, I go to try to mine the diamond block, and then I'm like, wait a minute, can you mine a diamond block with a stone pickaxe? So I'm looking around what's in my inventory, and I'm like, oh, I have these diamonds from before. I finally remembered. So I went and mined that diamond block with my new diamond pickaxe, and got 9 more diamonds. The next thing that I did was kind of set up a base in this telescope room, just so that I have some more equipment ready, like my iron. But I quickly got a different idea of bailing into the fountain down there. So that is exactly what I did. I went outside, scouted out the area, seeing exactly where I wanted to land, and I jumped. And I nailed it, but just barely. I almost smacked the ground right there. After this giant success, I just wanted more adventure, so I ran down this path and decided, hey, you know what? That's a pretty cool red cow, but I'm gonna make my way over to the giant snowman. So I kept on running and broke into the giant snowman, and then instantly realized, oh hey, there's a door. I didn't have to break in, but I did anyway. So I left the giant snowman and made my way back to the big festival. Once I made it back, I didn't really know what to do, so I just picked a direction and started running and hoped for the best. And since I went this way, I found this creepy little path through the woods, which then led to a kind of shrine looking thing, which was pretty cool. It had a huge looking basement, so I went down to explore and just found this really long hallway. And it ended up just leading to another staircase on the other side of this kind of graveyard. It was also here where I found this giant cabin up on this hill, if you can call that a hill. But I decided that would be my next destination, so that's exactly where I went. I made it to the top and I found a ladder going down somewhere. So I went down there and found these pressure plates and trapdoors, and it seemed to be some sort of trap, but it didn't really work. So I just ignored it and went about my day. I started to set up camp for the second time in this video, and then I thought, hey, this is probably a good time to end off, but I'm gonna try out shaders first. And who would have thought? It was awesome. It was like so cool. Minecraft shaders always look great, but like it looked especially good on this map. I then instantly took the shaders off because why should I have them on? It just didn't feel right. And that's all that I recorded. So